Hey everybody, this is Dr. Tiffany A. Flowers, and as I promised, I'm coming back with my second review. This is vlog post 2 out of 5, exploring new social media platforms, and this time we're discussing the Spoutible app. Now, the Spoutible app, I am dubbing this app the adulting social media space. And the reason that I say that is because when you come onto the platform, there really is an air of maturity, there is an air of knowledge. It's pretty clear that the people who are using this particular platform come on here to really try to create an anti bullying space where you can discuss issues, glean important and accurate information, and you just don't feel the panic that you feel on other sites. Now, I get other people want to cause a panic so that they can drive up, traffic to their sites and things like that. But with Spoutable, I'm just not getting that at all. As you can see from the screen, these are the words that people are using for today, the ones that have come up the most. Spoutable is an interesting site, and let me just kind of talk about the pros versus cons. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about how to use the site, and then I'll talk a little bit about how to get followers. So, the pros of this site: it's a great social media platform for curating the content you view each day. Additionally, it is the preferred site for educated professionals, creatives, activists, bibliophiles, educators, bloggers, and academics. This site does a great job of eliminating the accounts of people who harass others. It is extremely easy to block bots. Spoutable has high user activity and reliable information. They also have a rating system for accounts. It is a bot sentinel rating system, which is very interesting because not every site has this. Each account is assigned an A, B, or C. I, of course, have an A because I don't harass anybody, and I've been on this site for quite some time. If you look at the screen, you can see my A right here. People can create pods in lieu of groups. See, you can actually create your own pod. These are some of the current pods they have on the site. Some of the pods are live, some of them are closed. It just depends on how you want to create them. Now, a con: there's really no streaming on the site. But that doesn't mean that streaming might not happen in the future. But for now, it's not necessarily a streaming site. In terms of some of the other things, it's set up very similar to the old Twitter. There's a timeline. Here's my profile. I'm under the site as at Professor underscore Flowers. You'll be able to find me with absolutely no problem. These are the notifications. These are the pods that we talked about. These are great for discussing issues in the moment. You can go live with the pods, and I really think that part of the site is really amazing. Uh, Bundles, which are really, really a cool way to build your following. And I'll talk more about this in a minute. There's the Explore, where you can look at different spouts. You can look at some of the pods that are out there where people are putting pods out here. Okay. You can also book club on here. You can also look at some of the news. Some of the major news outlets are on here. And this is what I mean about accurate information. And then you can click and you can find people. So you can find people to follow. You can read about the different people and then follow them. Very easy. And you can decide just based on some of the things that they put in their uh, little bios here who you want to follow, who you don't want to follow. Okay. They have trending topics, and these are the spouts. And the trending topics, the kind of the language that they use on Spoutable is these are spouts, splash tags, and you make waves on Spoutable. So it's really interesting. There's a message icon, and then there's bookmarks. So you can definitely still, just like the old Twitter, you can come in and bookmark. You can bookmark news or you can bookmark spouts. And then there's the more button where they have the settings and everything so that you can navigate the site. So let's talk a little bit about how to build your platform on Spoutible in 5 steps to get 1,000 followers in 2 weeks. So it took me a week. I've been on this platform for a while, but it took me a week to learn 80% of the features on Spoutible. They are working on building other features soon. Christopher Boozy is the founder of the site, and he's always doing check ins and sending emails to everybody on Spoutible. But this is how you build a quick following on the platform. So, one, each day you come here and you follow 5 bundles. And the pink check marks, or the purplish check marks, show you where I've added. Now, when somebody else gets added, it'll show you this symbol, which means you need to go back and add everybody and update the bundle, right? So it's different bundles that you can add: Become Self Employed, Black Literature and Legacy, Quilter Spout. They even have a BTS one. A lot of resistors have started on this site. They have one for news outlets, funny people, soccer. They even have a vegan food and cooking show, garden. They have some pretty amazing things on here. So you just click which ones you want to join. They even have crazy cat people, poets and poetry. And so you go and you follow the 5 bundles, right? After that, what I recommend, and you can do this one time. Some people have a couple of them going. I only have one bundle. I have one bundle for my sorority, for Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So as more members come onto the site, they'll shoot me an email and I'll go ahead and add them to this particular bundle. So one of the things that I suggest is that you come on here and you make sure that you post very similar to the way that I am. I post news stories. I post topics to discuss. I post things that people need. I post jobs. I pretty much post everything on this particular site because it's a lot of high user activity and it's based on the content that you're putting into this site. So if you're not putting content into the site, no one is interacting with you. And you must be active and on here in order for people to interact with you. So you want to definitely um, start 1 or 2 bundles yourself on topics that, you know, aren't really out there. Political junkies, uh, people who love pets. I love to read, outdoor adventures, and then add relevant people to those bundles. You also want to follow 25 people on the platform daily because if you want to know what's kind of going on, I always go over to the trending splash tags. I find the people and then I go and I follow everybody who um, like this person, the Daily Picture Theme Show, they have 2,648 followers. So I go in and I follow the people who I know are real people under profiles like this, right? And so that gives me 25 new people to follow a day. And that way I'm starting to work myself into these groups and work myself into people responding to me and talking to me. Because again, my goal is to make sure that I have a presence on this platform so that I can start promoting a lot of the work that I have because a lot of the work that I feel that I do is really important. So I do recommend you make at least 5 posts per day on just interesting and important things um, because this is kind of the adulting site. So people want to know things that will help add to their life. I do recommend that on your timeline that you scroll down and you post or respond to different spouts. So you can spout a reply. Like she's saying, everyone, my new spout wants some new friends. So responding here after you followed someone is really great because this means that this is a follow train. So this is a great place to really start to interact with people. And I think that that is the entire point. So, what I recommend in terms of my 5th point is scrolling down your feed, commenting, and interacting. So you want to make sure that you're scrolling down and interacting with people who are posting accurate information, and then that way you people know that you're a real person and they won't block you or turn off your turn off mute you or turn off your ability to respond to them by making it where you have to request in order to follow them, which when I first came back to the site there were a lot of bots that had come on here, so everybody was blocking them, and I was able to kind of get through that by posting like a real person. The last thing is Spoutible had a initial call for an investor. They may end up having another investor call, but you'll see a lot of people on the site who are investors in the site. Christopher Boozy started out crowdsourcing. This site is only 2 years old, but they are doing some amazing things and it's growing by leaps and bounds every day. So this is definitely one of the sites that I recommend. And I hope that you all will continue to follow me. I'm definitely going to review another social media site that I think is critical to us really populating and really putting our work out there as academics, as business owners, as advocates, because we need to make sure that we're reaching the audiences that we really need to reach. And I don't think it's on a lot of these larger platforms that are full of bots, and also platforms that encourage and allow bullying. All right. I look forward to seeing you all on Spoutible. Don't forget to follow me at Professor _Flowers. Take care.